I've carried out like extra weight, like it was part of my design. I kept my head low, kept my voice controlled, kept my wins quiet, but the silence never made me stronger. Pressure did, long nights did, unseen effort did, endurance did. I earned every inch of ground I stand on. Not gifted, not protected, not lucky. Built brick by brick, rep by rep, step by step. They didn't see the struggle, they didn't hear the breath shaking, but I did, and that's enough. I don't need applause, I don't need validation. I need posture, shoulders back, eyes forward, wrist steady. I didn't survive all this to stay small. Every scar means I stayed, every failure means I tried. That's not weakness, that's proof, so I stand tall. Doesn't start with anger, it starts with something fragile. A name, a face, a promise. There was a time I fought only for pride. That version of me broke easily, but the day I had something to lose, everything changed. Everything changed. Fear didn't vanish, it sharpened. Pain didn't stop, it focused. When it's only about ego, when it's about protection, you advance. Pressure feels lighter when the reason is heavier. I felt my hand shake, I felt my heart race, but I stepped forward anyway. Because weakness disappears when something matters. Intensify. Stand taller, breathe deeper, move closer. Not for applause, not for reputation, for what stands behind me, for what depends on me. told me to stay small, to fit the frame, to quiet my voice, but something inside me refused to shrink. I tried to disappear once, I tried to be less. It only made the silence louder. I fought too long to question my place now. This ground feels solid because I bled for it. Every mistake, every scar, every night that I didn't quit built this moment. I'm not here by accident. I'm not here by mercy. I'm here because I endured. The world doesn't need to approve me. The room doesn't need to invite me. I stand because not perfect, not polished, but real. My pulse is loud, my breath is steady. That's enough. I don't fade, I don't fold. I take up space and I don't apologize for it. If I'm breathing, I belong. If I'm standing, I stay. Don't fit. They said it's impossible. They said it won't happen. They said the gap is too wide, the climb too steep. I listened and I stepped forward anyway. History is built by people who ignored limits. Every wall that stands was once called permanent. Every record untouched was once untouchable. Impossible is just a forecast made by fear. It's a word spoken by spectators, not by fighters. I've seen ceilings break, I've seen underdogs rise, not because it was likely, but because they refused to accept it. When logic says no, discipline says try. When probability drops, pressure sharpens. You don't erase doubt, you overpower it, intensify. Push further. Stand taller. Move again. Limits are elastic when tension increases. Boundaries collapse under sustained force. There is no never, only not yet. There is no can't, only not trained enough. The moment you advance, the definition shifts and what they called impossible. Becomes fight safe. If I step in, I commit. No testing the water, no holding back when I show up. It's all pressure. Some people measure effort, some people ration fire. I don't. I was built in repetition and long nights and unfinished battles. Every scar reward me. I don't do almost, I don't do close. If I fall, I fall full force. If I rise undeniable. There's no switch for intensity. There's no dial to turn down. This is how I breathe. I live. Not because it's dramatic, because it's honest. I don't know how to move lightly. I don't know how to pretend when it matters. I go heavy, and when it hurts, I go harder. Intensify, step deeper, push further. Lock in, no half speed, no half heart, no half effort. If this is a fight, then I'm in it completely. If this is pressure, then I absorb it fully. Because I don't know any other way. When I enter, I don't survive. I dominate. I remember the sound of that loss. It stayed longer than the crowd. Silence hit harder than any opponent ever did. I replayed that moment again and again. The hesitation, the doubt, the single step too slow. I felt it burn, and I let it, because pain records lessons better than comfort ever could. I studied my weakness, I dissected my failure, not to excuse it, to erase it. Every rep since then has carried that memory. Every breath, every mile, every repetition built something sharper. I don't trade for revenge, I trade for inevitability. I don't need anger, I need precision. Hands steady, eyes locked, no wasted motion. I harder execution, zero execution. There's no second collapse. Not because I'm lucky, not because I'm fearless, because I'm prepared. And when the pressure returns, I won't freeze, I won't blink, I won't blink, I won't freeze, I won't blink, I won't burn. And I'm not losing again. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for the fear to fade. It won't. The ground won't rise to meet you. The road won't shorten itself. So stand. There were days you stayed down, counting the weight of your mistakes. There were nights you questioned if effort even mattered. But listen, movement creates momentum. Even one step changes direction. You don't need speed, you need forward. Stand up, shift your weight, take one step, then another. You are not built to stay still. Your heartbeat proves it. Every scar you carry means you survived something. Every doubt you feel means you still care. That is strength, not dramatic strength. Enduring strength. So lift your chin, square your shoulders, move, even slowly, even shaking. Forward is forward. The path won't apologize, the world won't adjust, but you can advance. Step by step, breath by breath. Stand up and keep walking, because progress doesn't shout. It accumulates, and one day you will look back and realize you never stop moving. I remember the sound of that loss. It stayed longer than the crowd. Silence hit harder than any opponent ever did. I replay that moment again and again. The hesitation, the doubt, the single step too slow. I felt it burn, and I a decision. I don't step in to compete, I step in to finish. No hesitation, no soft entry. From the first breath, it's full commitment. I felt defeat before, I remember the weight of it. The silence after, the slow walk home, the replay in my head. That was the last time, now I train different, now I move different. Every rep has intent, every mile has purpose. I don't chase a parallel, I chase dominance. When pressure rises, I take it focus. Without whispers, I increase speed. There is no backup plan, there is no retreat line, only forward. Talking, eyes steady, breath controlled. This isn't emotion, it's execution. I don't desert in a mean end outcomes, not to test myself, to finish it, intensify. Push deeper, hold longer, strike cleaner. No panic, no pause, no mercy. If I step onto this field, it ends one way. Victory is not optional, it's scheduled, and I'm not leaving until it's done. You don't need to shout when you are certain. Volume doesn't equal strength. Noise is often compensation. The loudest voice in the room is rarely the most secure. True confidence moves without announcement. It doesn't advertise, it doesn't exaggerate, it simply stands. I've seen people roar to hide hesitation. I've seen people posture turn disguised doubt. Brutal power is quiet, it doesn't flinch, it doesn't rush. It observes and then acts. There is no need to prove what is already built, no need to threaten what is already stable. Intensify, lower your tone, slow your breath, hold your ground. Let your results speak, let your discipline answer. Calm presence creates pressure. Measured steps create fear. Because restraint suggests capability, and silence implies confidence. Strength doesn't scream, it waits. things. Don't bend my words to make the room comfortable. I don't soften truth to fit the mood. If I say it, I mean it. If I mean it, I stand on it. There were nights I stayed silent just to avoid the friction. But silence felt heavier than any backlash ever could. So I stopped adjusting my voice to match expectations. My words are straight because I paid for it. Focus when